I had excelled in this role of systems administrator and was well on my way to getting on that engineering team so I could focus more on internal systems instead of traveling externally. As an administrator, I was faced with a mix of technical challenges like knowing what steps are needed to update the software or maintaining a database of supplier contacts and equipment so it could be shared remotely. I won the STAR Awards for these administrative successes with Technology Solutions due to the fact that I created this Access database and shared it on a SharePoint environment, which is a collaboration tool that I had built. Solving problems with technical answers was the source of my initial success and helped me make the leap into engineering. Thanks to my continued self-study and picking up the XP and Server 2003 exams from Microsoft, I had talked about these Microsoft tracks actually as my next venture for completion after completion of my MBA to once again reach out of the support role and join the implementation team at Sentinel in the near future, hopefully. I will discuss Sentinel in a little bit more detail, but the Microsoft exams proved I had a good basic knowledge of the systems, and it was just enough, as well as an award from the CIO for good performance, to get me where I had the ability to learn so much more on the systems engineering team. The BI, or Business Intelligence team, needed help from their systems engineer counterparts. The systems engineering team I just joined had lost 2 members of this new team, but this change allowed me to step in and assume the responsibilities like BI so that other members of the team could remain focused on the website, warehouse management system, development lab, performance lab, among other areas. I had the freedom to build the entire system, including the database design from beginning to end, with a much larger potential impact on the company, and working with other groups and other team members on projects. This is where I felt I got my first professional exposure to project management and learned about developing sustainable solutions with technology. The project management office at ProFlowers had a group of 10 managers that managed all the IT-related projects. Working with any one of these 10 people who always seemed to have the information you needed when you needed it, or could determine how to find it, usually determine the success of the project. These were the project managers in IT, and project managers in IT can definitely specialize in different areas. Some project managers know 10 different coding languages and manage projects for developing software. This is not the same type of project manager I intend to be. I would like to lead the implementation team at Sentinel as a project manager for the engineers that go on site to complete various projects. I would like to be able to plan out their resources, their timelines, just as I did at my internship at St. Xavier. At Provide Commerce, I learned about such a wide variety of technology. I even attended Cognos Administration, which is a BI suite of products, but also EMC SnapView Administration, where databases use software on a SAN to replicate themselves for business analysis. Currently, I am back in Chicago working for Sentinel Technologies, and although I have gained valuable experience in the past 5 years working for a cutting-edge firm in San Diego, life has brought me back to Chicago to pursue other opportunities. I went to work for Sentinel, which is an IT consulting firm that my best friend works for, and he's their lead networking technician. Sentinel's clients have another layer of comfort, knowing that the analyst or engineer assigned to their project is a certified professional. This certification requires 7 tests to be passed before the MCSE designation is awarded. When 4 of these tests are passed, the designation is MCSA, or Microsoft Certified Systems Administrator. Passing one of these exams designates an individual as MCP, or Microsoft Certified Professional. My new role will support an entire organization, the IT infrastructure, desktops, and end users. My MBA skill set will not really be fully utilized until I can break into the upper management level. Until that time comes, and with my hard work, it will come soon, I will continue my Microsoft studies to obtain the MCSE. This skill set, arguably one that puts me one step closer to project management, but I took one step back by accepting the position as analyst at Sentinel. But the prospects, economy, and company are continuing to look better every day. I manage the technology for Sentinel's client right now, and as a Sentinel employee, the more I can do for this client, the better and more firm relationship we have with them, the more money we're likely to make. My next step would be Senior Network Analyst at Sentinel, which would lead me to the Project Management Group after that. Each company has different branches of management. Notice, I don't necessarily want to move to the Help Desk Manager or Support Team Manager like positions, and that is my current manager, the Support Team Manager. I think that my experience shows I can accomplish more as a project manager. Every step takes time, but the qualifications, as well as performing well on the job now and forcing positive reviews year after year, makes project management position inevitable for them to give me a shot. Leaving the managers no excuses and getting your manager promoted is arguably the best way, and coincidentally happens to me in every position so far, helps you grow. It is hard to assess the competitive environment for me at this time since the environment is so new. But as my transition from software to e-commerce, this challenge will only take some time to figure out. All the IT knowledge continues to mount with a variety of experience and ever-expanding credentials. As a manager, it is your responsibility to identify key areas of growth as well as areas that are lagging. There are several approaches you can take to managing new services and product offerings. Although I need some technical certifications to mount a case to become a project manager, the position also needs to be available in the marketplace. There are no current open positions at Sentinel, and when there is one for project manager, I'll be sure to apply. The future of project management in general looks good because you can always argue for cost benefit of a good project manager when they save you time, money, and resources on a project. Many other consulting firms in our market have direct bids on the same projects we have, so we have to be very aware of our competition. If you ever think that you know your competition well enough, you're wrong. In fact, if you can find out what your competition is doing or doing better, those are areas in which Sentinel can improve. Planning for any change is the best way to compete globally, but with only with project management, unlike support roles, there's no way to get those jobs shipped overseas. If the project's shipped overseas, it's likely the project manager that's making that decision. I would like to eventually become a project manager and hope I get the opportunity to do so with Sentinel. This concludes my capstone oral presentation, and please contact me if you have any questions or any follow-up concerns. Thank you.